Easter egg in Zombies in Spaceland. As you see, I already have half, and there's 2 villages in my game. Yes, you can see that. I'm trying to look for my charger. Where is my charger?
I then decided to give him a case of his own medicine. Yeah, how does that feel now? And then guess what? He respawned like a block later. And instead of
wait a sec, I'm looking for my charger.
And breakdancing on top of them. The amount of disrespect this guy showed. I then had to push him in, you know, just show him who's boss around here. I then spent the rest of day 2 just straight up mining. Bright and early on day 3, I decided to expand my island so I don't just walk off the edge again, because that kind of scarred me for life. And hopefully I don't die ever again on this island. Good thing it's not hardcore, but I did die a lot on this island. But listen, all my deaths were kind of fun. I then got a chest with some seeds in it, and then I got an upgrade. I was very eager to figure out what the upgrade was, so I could not wait. I was so impatient. And then the next phase was the underground. I'm guessing this is all stone and everything underground. I'm sure I did the same thing. I then used the cobblestone and upgraded my tools to stone tools. And then I got my first iron ore. 1 block later, I got another piece of iron, which is awesome, so I can soon get an iron pickaxe. And then this guy spawned, and I was like, who the hell are you? I totally forgot mushrooms existed. So then I used my wood to make some fences so I could expand my farm. And here's a little time lapse. As I was mining, these 2 zombies spawned, and I thought I was gonna die. I was panicking. I didn't have a sword, I didn't have a shield, and I had nowhere to go. I was actually so scared for some reason. And of course, they both spawned with helmets, so they burned in the sun. I then tried to climb to my chests, and I killed them both. I then mined some trees, and mined for the rest of the night, all the way until day 6. And
where is it?
Area and a little tree farm off camera, just to let you guys know. And the same exact thing happened on day 6. 2 zombies spawned, and I had nowhere to go. This time the trees were in my way. I was at 4 hearts, and I was panicking, so I just jumped on top of my chests again. And it occurred to me that it's probably a good time to make my first sword. I then spent the rest of day 6 just making a farm, so I have some food because I'm kind of starving. I then went ahead to plant some seeds for some wheat and I planted some melons.
Found it, everyone.
Because everyone knows that plants get lonely. On day 7, I finally got my first couple of melons.
I only got 1 willard.
And I went right back to mining. And as I was mining, I was getting disturbed by a lot of different mobs. A spider spawned, and then a zombie spawned, and then 2 more spiders spawned. And just when I thought that was enough mobs for the day, of course this has to happen.
This guy, where is it?
A creeper just spawns out of nowhere. I didn't even know that could happen. After fixing on what he blew up, I got another upgrade. I had no idea what was coming, and then I got the icy tundra. I wonder what amazing and unique blocks this phase would get me. Yeah, it's basically all snow. Who would have guessed? And then this guy spawned. I got a little wolf. I'm super excited to have an actual pet, so I decided to trap him so I can save up enough bones so I can tame him and have my first ever friend. I then spent day 8 to 10 just doing some work around my base. I increased my farm size, planted some more melons, planted some more wheat seeds. I then realized that instead of eating melons, I just remembered.
Why does my charger waste?
Fly audible and travel the world. Listen up and settle back with thousands of destinations to explore. Treat your ears to an epic stay beyond the wall. Travel long haul to Mars. It'll take your breath away. How does a city break in friendly idiots? Everyone's welcome. Whether it's a spellbinding trip to Hogwarts or traveling back in time to ancient Greece, we'll get you there in style. There is no way to get away. The difference is audible.
This does not work. Oh no. Where is it?
Forgot mushrooms to give you mushroom stew. So I made some bowls and I milked them up. I then decided to expand my animal zoo because I wanted to breed all these cows until I had like 40 million. So I could start eating some steak instead. And expanding this farm and getting all the animals in the correct place took 2 full day and nights because it took forever to get the animals in the correct places. But once it was all done and they're all organized, I went on to day 11. I dedicated day 11 just to increase my fun, because I realized that trees would be a much better block to build with than just mining that unlimited block, because one block
Yeah,
would
I've
give
not
me
died
4 points.
yet.
I planted down some saplings and I waited all night to watch them grow. Once day 12 came around, I spent this entire day just doing more work around the island. I broke some melons, harvested my wheat, forced my cows to make some love, and I smelted all my iron ore, and I made my first iron tools. I got myself a pickaxe, an axe, and a shovel. And I was finally looking like a pro gamer with my iron tools. I continued day 12 just mining, and then this guy spawned, and I have no idea what this thing was. It looked like a homeless skeleton. I was so scared. I killed it with no problem, and then not one, but 2 of them spawned, and now I was actually panicking. I had no idea where my sword was. It wasn't in my inventory, so I killed one, quickly grabbed my stone sword from the chest and killed the other. And since they're skeletons, they drop some bones, so I decided to use 2 bones to try to tame the wolf, and it didn't work. I then spent day 13 to 15 just straight up mining for some resources, and then this freaking beast spawned out of nowhere. I've never seen a polar bear before. I didn't know if they were gonna attack me. I didn't know if they were hostile, so I quickly sneaked away and pulled out my sword just in case. And then he started chasing me with the wolf. Bunch of random mobs started spawning, and I was so scared. I knew I was gonna die here, but I quickly built up, I ran away, and I hid in the trees like an actual gorilla. I ate my mushroom stew to heal up, and my dog rescued me. It wasn't my dog though, just a random dog that spawned, but sadly, it died, protecting me. But I think I killed it. I then killed all the mobs, and I swear, one more left. I have no idea where it went. I had a feeling he was hiding in my tree farm. Checked the farm, it wasn't there, and I thought I was tripping, so I went to the tree farm to see he was there, and guess what? Luckily, he didn't do too much harm on me. He had a sword, and good thing I killed him. I ended up getting 8 bones from killing the monster party, and I had enough to tame the wolf. Now I finally have a friend. I then decided to make him a doghouse, so I got a whole bunch of wood, and I started making him a doghouse. So here's a quick fast forward of that. And just like that, my dog has a house. It's kind of sad that my dog has a house before I do, but it's all good. He is my best friend anyways. I then spent the night of day 17 expanding my tree farm to get enough wood so I could start making my own house, because I was kind of jealous of my dog. I also realized that I've been using that jump cut edit way too much, so I won't do that anymore, because I know it's getting annoying. That will be my last one. Haha, I got you guys there. But I did spend day 18 to 20 just grinding my wood to get enough wood to make myself a house. After 2 very long days of mining, I finally got 6 stacks of wood, and I think that is enough to start making my house. I then spent day 26 just doing some more work around the place.
What is my luck? I was like axe, and what did I get? An axe.
Just to feed him because he was lonely. And I went right back to mining because everything I used to build my island.
I don't care, you won't get my soul. My soul's too powerful.
To my surprise, I got another upgrade. And I was really happy for this because I really did not like the ice phase at all. And the next phase, guess what? It is the ocean phase, which is much better to be honest. The good thing is I got another friend. A turtle spawned and he was so cute. So I started pushing him to the water because I thought he would just...
I need money.
Thank you for calling. All of our agents are busy at the moment, but someone will be with you as soon as possible. Your call is being held in an orderly queue, and your estimated wait time is 5 minutes. If you would prefer not to spend this time waiting on hold, then simply hang up, then call us back after this time. Your phone number will be recognized and will restore you to the front of the queue for immediate service. Or you can continue to hold to be transferred to an agent when one becomes available.
I tried to get another
just suffocate, and guess what? He actually did end up suffocating, but to a melon and
I teleported back here.
I thought that was quite funny that he was suffocating to a melon, but I decided to make him a little home, so I made a little swimming pool for him, or I guess you could say that's a bath.
Can anyone give me some money, girl, whatever?
So be grateful, Mr. Turtle.
Miss Girl.
and he had enough space to swim around, so that's good enough for me.
No,
Then I got my
don't.
first ever diamonds, and I was so excited. Yeah, if you couldn't tell already, I was just hopping on top of the diamond. Even George was excited for me. And I mined my diamonds, and I also got another
Trying
diamond
to kill
5
them.
minutes later. I then
I
spent
need
day 29
money.
at 31 expanding my animal sanctuaries because it was
Yo,
too small for
girl,
the amount
can you
of
send me
animals
that
I could
1,000 what
When
you
the
have
mobs
him?
spawn, they always fall into the zoo, and I always end up killing my animals by accident as I kill the mobs.
Nice
So,
one.
the animal farm is well needed. And this is what it looks
So,
like. When it was off.
can you?
On day 32, I thought it'd be a good idea to make a darker room or a mob spawner. So I cleared out my entire farm because I didn't really use it that much. But I was obviously going to remake the farm somewhere else, but I dedicated this area for the mob spawner. I then realized I didn't have enough blocks to start the mob spawner, so then I spent the rest of day 32 all the way to 33 just mining blocks. And the ocean biome kept spawning in fish and they would suffocate, so it was kind of sad just seeing all these dolphins just suffocating, and I couldn't do anything. And then another turtle spawned in, and I had a friend for George, but there were actually two. So then I pushed one of the turtles to George, and the other one sadly got separated during birth. But at least the two turtles were happy swimming in their little bathtub. And then another monster party happened, and I had no idea what to expect, because this was the ocean biome, and then a whole bunch of drowns and Squidwards and stuff started spawning out. I was so scared. I quickly put all my stuff away, just in case I died, didn't want to lose anything, and then went straight to battle. I knocked one of the Squidwards off, and I fought the other, and he left me at 1 heart, and I thought I was going to die right there. I quickly ate up to heal up, and I fought these drowns. For some reason, they weren't attacking me, which was really nice. Then I got attacked by 2 more drowns. They both had tridents, and I killed them both, and one of them
Why?
trident. And this was my first ever.
Why?
Trident. I was so excited.
We need him for the Easter egg, you
The
idiot.
aftermath after the back-to-back intense stuff.
Idiot.
I had enough blocks to spend
Idiot.
the rest of the night just making my mob spawner. And of course it wouldn't be a 100 days video if I didn't get attacked by dinosaurs. And I also didn't have any armor, so they would do so much damage to me and I could not aim. So it took me a pretty long time to kill these guys. One of the phantoms did drop their phantom membrane though, so this will be really helpful to make some slow falling potions when I kill the ender dragon. And I just realized the ender dragon is a bigger dragon, a bigger version of the phantom. Mind blown. But anyways, this is a time lapse of me making a dark room. It took me a couple
I've gone
days, but
actionly.
I then broke down all the torches
Oi!
in a quick way down, hoping that a creeper
Get me!
would blow up. I then got my first couple of mobs and it was working pretty good. It wasn't as fast as I thought it would be, but at least it was working. After a little bit of waiting, the mob spawner started picking up the speed and it was pretty awesome. I then expanded the platform, put some chests down to collect my mob loot. I'm not even sure what I'm going to do with the mob loot, but I guess I'm a hoarder and I'm going to keep it anyways. After a day of grinding, I realized it was getting a little bit slower, so I built up to check what was going on, and this is what I found. Yep, that is everybody's
Reload.
worst nightmare. Just
Reload.
finding a whole bunch of spiders. For some
Reload.
reason, these spiders
Everyone
wouldn't go down the
reload.
hole.
No,
Just
no.
the entire thing.
Reload.
Exactly like what happens after you eat some Taco Bell. It just doesn't go down the hole, man. And for some reason, these spiders would group up in the corner of the dark room. I have no idea why. Maybe they had a fetish or something. I'm not a scientist, but after killing all the spiders, I decided to do this, and I think it might fix the spider problem. I then ran out of blocks, and I had the MOG water bucket. Yeah, I already know I'm sick of the game. You guys don't have to tell me in the comments. I'm just playing, but I got a whole bunch of resources again, and I made my way up. And I thought that putting a slab on every other block would stop the spiders from spawning because they're 2 blocks. Yeah, only an archaeologist like me would know that fact. I then tested to see if it was working, and it started off really slow, but then it picked up the speed again, and that was a big relief. Speaking of reliefs, I had to go to the bathroom, so I just AFK'd on day 40. And I was gone for the entire day, so you can probably assume that I had some Taco Bell. Yeah, my personal plunger was not happy, I'll tell you that much. But anyways,
I got a 4th of July,
I find it reassuring to know that last year Aviva Life Insurance
but I
protected over
accidentally
2,900
swapped out my Kendall.
Yep, thought so. Get a quote direct at Aviva.
I'm not sure why I'm telling you about my personal life, my personal problems. On day 41, I decided to finally remove the ugly cobblestone from my island and replace my tree farm with wood. It looks a lot cleaner now. I then found this hole in my chest room and I had no idea how it got there, so I looked at my dog and he looked a little bit guilty. I then replanted all my trees, and I realized I was pretty low on materials. I only had 2 diamonds and 7 iron. I only mined about 1,700 blocks, and so I spent 5 days just mining. I got a chest, and I got a full durability trident. And I also got 2 buckets of fish, which was more important. I then put them in my little swimming pool, and now my turtles had some company. A couple of blocks later, I got an upgrade, and I was really excited for this, because the water phase was so bad. And then I got the jungle phase, which gave me a couple carrots, and they were pretty awesome. I think it was amazing work.
Oh, I got 2.
Friend had another.
Oh, I got the meat grinder and the 4th of July.
I went straight back to mining, and then these guys spawned in. I don't even know.
But I don't need the 4th of July, so.
It's so scary. I didn't have any armor, so I was really scared, and I could not aim because they're just so little.
Oh, that's
I then
okay.
decided to get a bow and arrow because I thought
I got a 4th of July and a shredder.
then hit them with the sword. It makes total sense. I know. I calculated it, alright. I then got an ocelot or a cat. I tried to find some fish to tame it and only had 1. So for some reason I thought it would work, and obviously it didn't. So I had to kill the 2 fishes I had. It was kind of sad too because they were like kind of making out when I killed them. And then I accidentally knocked off George. Luckily he landed in the water and he was swimming up. So I tried helping him to get above ground, but it didn't work. So I just left him down there to swim. And let's be honest, he probably likes swimming down there more than my little bat. I then fed the cat 2 fishes and it didn't work, so I tried feeding him some tropical fish. But he's just a picky eater, so he wouldn't eat it. So instead of wasting, I tried feeding it to my polar bear and he started dancing for me. Look at him go! I then went back to mining and got a second polar bear. Oh wait, that's not a polar bear. That's a panda. And I really didn't know what to do with this big ass guy, so I just threw him down here and aimed an arrow at his head. I'm not sure why. Then these 2 witches spawned, and let me tell you, I've had the worst experiences with these witches, man. They are so annoying. I started shooting arrows at them and one threw an instant damage at me, and he left me at half a heart. He then threw a slowness potion at me, and luckily he missed me, but like, bruh, why the turtle? He's already slow enough. Look at him. I then used my arrows to shoot them off and kill them. It took forever because they kept healing up. I then grabbed some food to heal up because I ran out of food and went right back to mining. And guess what? These guys just spawned just to annoy me, man. And with my godly aim, I killed one of them, and I ended up killing the second one with my godly hit. Yeah, never mind. I take that back. My aim is actually poo. And just when I thought it was all over, a monster party. And having a block moan at me made me feel even more uncomfortable. And at this point, I had no idea what to do. All these guys fly, they're all really small, and I had nowhere to go. I was just running around panicking. And to make it worse, like I said, these witches are so annoying. The witch threw a slowness potion at me and then a poison. And right here, I was really panicking. And I tried running away from everything and trying to find a safe place to go, which is pretty
Polar Peak.
nowhere. I then tried killing these flying monkeys so I can try to heal up, and it was not working. And for some reason, I tried building up, and I forgot they could totally fly, and I ended up dying. But dying actually helped, because these guys stopped aggroing me, and now I can just shoot them out of the sky without them attacking me. Then I quickly killed this witch, because I literally hate witches, my girlfriend. And then the next morning, of course they spawned again, but damn, it looked like I had aimbot right there. And of course, the witches spawned again. These guys just won't stop spawning and annoying me. I just want to mine in peace, man. I then got some high ground, hoping that their potions won't hit me, and then of course they do, and I got left with half a heart again. I'm the luckiest person alive, I swear. I always live by half a heart. Finally, once I killed them both, I got 2 diamonds, and I kept hearing a whispering next to my ear, so I pressed F5, and my parents were just sitting on my shoulder, and I got attacked by 2 more of those flying gorillas, man. I started spamming my arrows, hoping I can hit them, and I accidentally killed my parrot. Or, I think his name is William. Yeah, I'm a great owner. I then placed the remains of William in an item frame to honor him, and even the other parrot knew what happened. He flew to me, looked at me in disgust, and flew away. Now that is probably the saddest thing I've ever seen on a block game. And then these 2 witches spawned, and I was so fed up. And the second I dropped my shield, they both threw poison potions at me. And this time, I was gonna show them who's boss. I was so sick of dealing with these guys. He then missed his damage potion, so I made a run for it, hid in the trees, and then this happened. Bruh, like why, man, why? I ended up punching him off the edge. How was I managed to kill him with a fist but not a bow and arrow? I then grabbed all my items and I thought I was missing something, so I went to check the trees and... I'm actually crying. I was so upset. I literally got humiliated live on YouTube by big nose and unibrow ugly looking ass villagers, man. I then made a Spartan hole, and I was really hoping this would help me with the mobs. I then went to make some more slabs, I grabbed some wood, and I made 32 buttons. I was upset. I then placed them all over the floor to remind me of how stupid I am for the rest of this entire video. I then decorated my Spartan hole a little bit, and there it is. And now we wait for a mob, and the second I turn around, guess what spawned? This freaking unibrow looking ass villager. I then knocked him into the hole, and it worked perfectly. His brother then spawned, and
okay, so Raid is what's known as a turn-based battle MMORPG. In English, this means that you play against either AI or live opponents in battles, in a game with hundreds of thousands of other players. Battles work by each side taking turns controlling their characters or champions. Success in Raid is all about expanding your selection of champions, upgrading them, and using them together in the right combinations to beat the game's different levels and challenges. You can get champions by summoning them from shards, fusing them, winning them as rewards, or receiving them as part of Raid's new player program. There's a bunch of other ways, but those are the big ones you need to know to get started. Once you've got your champions...
By the way, when we do the Easter egg, do not kill any zombies.
Player versus environment, or PvE, where your team of champions fights against a team controlled by the game, and player versus player, PvP, where your champions fight a team belonging to another player. Fighting any battle in Raid will use up some kind of resource. For most PvE battles, that's going to be energy. The higher the potential reward from winning the battle, the bigger that energy cost is going to be. For example, tougher PvE areas like dungeons will cost more than campaign levels, but you can also find much cooler stuff there. Good luck and happy raiding.
Download Plarium Play Launcher and play it on your PC. Say so long to the average working day. Bid farewell to the ordinary, the commonplace, and wave goodbye to the humdrum. As this year, there's no more room for average. The new Caddy Cargo isn't your average van. So, you're ready for a very unaverage future. The new Caddy Cargo, for whatever comes next.
and I punched into the hole, and wow, this is probably the best idea I've ever had. I then got one of the glove chest things, and it gave me 2 diamonds. Then right after breaking the chest, I got an upgrade, and now I'm on phase 6, the Red Desert. I then got my first lapis ore, and then a couple blocks later, I got an emerald ore, and I was starting to really like this phase 6. It can't get any better, right? Then I got this diamond, and of course, a fox spawned, and he just finessed my diamond. He just wouldn't give it to me, so I had to teach him the hard way and kill him. I hope that fox learned his lesson, even though he's kind of dead. And as I was casually mining, this guy spawned, and wow, I got my first villager. Good news is on the way, boys. That means I can start trading soon. So I quickly got him in a boat, and I trapped him in a fence cage, and there we go. Now I'm just praying for a second villager. And I spent the rest of day 48 just holding left click on this block. I ended up getting a lot of ores, and I didn't really want to show you guys this, but here's a quick clip of me dying to this guy. Yeah, I was not happy. And then on day 49 to 50, I expanded my island. I made this huge area for my farms. I planted a butt ton of wheat, and then I put a whole bunch of sand down so I can plant some sugar cane. I then made an extra farming layer. I'm not sure what I'm going to plant here, but I guess it's good to have. But it does come in handy when I plant some carrots for my villagers. I then planted a whole bunch of bamboo, and this will give me a good source of sticks. Therefore, I can trade for emeralds. Now I'm just praying for my second villager. So on day 51, I went right back to mining in hopes for a second villager. As I was mining, I got my second trident, and then, speak of the devil, my boy Bob the villager spawned. And this guy was so reluctant. He was starting to annoy me. He kept running around my entire base. I kid you not, he literally touched every block on my island. I finally trapped him. I cleared all the trees and all the dirt to make some room for my villager breeder. I then went right to work for the next 3 days making my slave center. I mean, my villager breeder. I went to go make some fences, and then... Bro, why does this happen to me? I fell through the smallest hole on my entire island. I was so upset, I just stood there looking at my screen.
AJ, he's up, didn't die.
And I went right back to work, trying to ignore what just happened. I then planted all my carrots, and I got both my villagers in captivity. Hopefully these 2 guys are compatible. I mean, 1 guy, 1 girl. Or it could be, never mind. go there. I then made a little waterway or a transport area to bring those baby villagers to another place. I threw the beds down, and now it's a waiting game, watching these two lovebirds fall in love in the sunset. While I wait for the villagers to make a baby, I decide to spend the next 2 days mining. Here are my mining highlights. I got a chest full of emerald. I got another mining upgrade. And it was the nether phase, which means a lot of mobs, and these piglins started attacking me. And they chased me all around my base. I managed to quickly block them off, I got some high ground, and I managed to kill them off. Thank God. I also got my first ancient debris. I made my first diamond pickaxe, and I mined it up. I then got attacked by 2 hoglins, and this was probably the scariest moment of my life. I then ran through this little crack, and I was like, haha, you can't touch me now. Oh, never mind. And then the 2 hoglins stopped attacking me, but he yeeted my bird into the air. No idea why he killed my bird, but I was kind of upset. And he somehow reached me, I have no idea how. I somehow lived with 1 heart. I finally got the safety. And last but not least, blazes. I'm so happy my entire island is not made out of wood. Yep, I'm not really liking this nether phase anymore. That was the most stressful 2 days I've ever experienced. My villager still hasn't made a baby yet, so I kept mining and I got a lava bucket on day 58. I was really excited for this because I can make a cobblestone generator. I quickly made a cobblestone generator and I totally forgot my entire island is made out of wood. Like I didn't learn from the blazes, and it started burning. So I made another platform with these prismarine blocks. I have no idea why. The blocks were just sitting there, and I decided to use a different block, and I mined all the way until sunrise. Once my pickaxe broke, I ended off with 3 stacks and a half of cobblestone. Then on day 60, I went to check on my villagers, and they still haven't made a baby yet. Maybe both of them were guys. Every time they would try to breed and make love, these clouds would always pop up. I have no idea what it means, but I tried fixing everything, so I replaced everything, and I watched them again. And I think they just weren't compatible with each other. Their Tinder profiles did not match. So I did what any logical person would do, and instead of searching out what the problem is, I decided to completely destroy the entire thing and remake it. And somehow I left for 2 seconds, and my villager turned into a zombie villager. So I made some potions, I threw a weakness on it.
For the first time ever, you could boost your credit score instantly for free with new Experian Boost. Only at Experian.co.uk. Experian account linked to your current account is required. Score increase subject to status.
And fed them a golden apple just to cure them back to life. I built another home for them, and I skipped this entire building process, but I made a huge window just so I can watch them make love, you know, violate their privacy. Villagers don't have rights, right? Unless I'm wrong. I then placed down their bed so they have some place to sleep, and I played the waiting game once again. I then placed down a couple of doors thinking it would help, but I'm pretty sure it didn't. It did spawn a couple of iron golems though, which was pretty awesome. And they were a really good source of iron because I'm just so lazy I didn't want to mine. I then fed the villagers some carrots so they can start breeding, and I mined for the rest of the day. And then I got jump scared by this guy. I gotta say, ghasts make some beautiful noises when they're dying, but for some reason these achievements sound like so majestic. That's a big word, I don't even know why that came out of my mouth. But anyways, I just traded with the villagers hoping it'll convince them to breed, and to pass the time I just did some work around the island, and I've never wanted 2 pixelated objects to make a baby this bad in my life. I then just started mining. I mined a bunch of obsidian so I can go to the nether soon. Then these 2 blazes spawned, and the amount of fireballs they shot scared me. I turned around and I saw my entire island on fire. I quickly extinguished all the fires, and I was praying there was not one I missed. It probably wasn't a good idea to make everything out of wood. And then I got a monster party, and I already knew there was going to be like 80 blazes. I then ran as far as I can. I gas shot his fireball, and I shot it right back to him, and I killed him. That was kind of sick. Then I saw all these fireballs coming at me, and I already knew my villager breeder was going to be burnt to the ground. I quickly extinguished all the fires I saw. I tried killing these blazes as fast as I can, and I turned around and I expected to see like the California wildfires, but my entire island was good. And I spent day 64 to 65 just farming again. I killed all my cows because I was so sick of eating mushrooms too. I killed all of their parents and I left just the babies. That's kind of cruel. I then crafted the campfire to smelt up my meat because I had no.
Now, wow, I'm not. Wow.
Campfire and
shut up!
As I cooked up my meat. I saved the most of that.
Shut.
Man. Then
Oh!
I worked on my tree farm because my villager breeder took up my last one, and I made this huge area, lit it all up, and I planted down some saplings. I loved how organized it looked and how all my farms are in one area now. So all my sugarcane, wheat, tree farm, and my zoo were all in the same area. After patiently waiting a couple days, finally I saw a baby villager. Look at this freaking monkey just jumping on the bed with his big ass unibrow. I then harvested some more care so the villagers will make another baby. I then broke down all the bamboo and expanded the area so I can have a massive supply of sticks. Therefore I can trade and make a whole bunch of emeralds and finally become filthy rich. Let's go. And then I spent the next couple of days just grinding bamboo. I wanted an unlimited supply of sticks so I could just start trading. While I was farming, I found this wandering trader, and I was like, how the hell did you get up there? So I shot down his llamas, and now there were 2 pinatas on my island. I grabbed my stick and started punching them blindfolded, hoping their juicy meat would drop out of them. After farming for a really long time, this is what I got. I got 3 entire double chests full of bamboo. This took so long and so many swords, but I was excited to start trading. And now the villagers are grown up so I can start applying to some jobs, and I got my first iron golem. And I didn't even realize, but they have a fat unibrow too. I then smelted some stone so I can make a blast furnace. I have no idea what this blast furnace does, but I knew it gave me armor. I can't know English. I then crafted some books so I can make a bookshelf and then make a lecture. And then I made another flexing table, placed them down, and I was ready to trade. On day 69, it had funny number. I finally finished trading with the villagers. I traded all my sticks away and I ended up with a stack of 25 emeralds. And I swear I recorded myself trading with the Fletchers, but I guess I didn't. I couldn't find the clip. All 3 of them have the gold badges or whatever it is for levels, so you can see that I actually traded with them. And after a very long day of abusing the villagers' trades, the villagers went to bed and I harvested some more bamboo for the rest of the night. And these llamas were still bouncing around. They must be dizzy. With the sun rising on day 70, I grabbed all my bamboo, made them into sticks, and I abused the villagers' trades even more. I think I abused their trades too hard because none of them wanted sticks. So I started grabbing some random stuff like bows and arrows just so I can reset their trades and they can restock all their sticks so I can make some emeralds. After a very long time trading with them and getting a whole bunch of emeralds, all of my Fletchers turned into experts and they didn't have the greatest enchantments on their bows. One had a power 1 and one had a power 2 unbreaking 2. I can easily get better enchantments just enchanting, so I decided to trade with the librarian and get some bookshelves. And wow, the bookshelves cost a lot. I then sacrificed my Fletchers because their trades were actually garbage now. This guy was trading sticks for 31, but I still wanted new ones. And while the villagers weren't looking, I secretly punched this Fletcher off the cliff. Hopefully you can swim. I mean, I guess there's no water down there, so you're just gonna die in the void. Sorry, bro. No murder traces were left. And the 2 villagers that were left had no idea. I then crafted my first enchantment table. I then placed down all my bookshelves in this little area that I made. I cleaned up the area a little bit, made the floor look prettier, and I was all ready to start enchanting, baby. My first enchantment, I decided to enchant my sword because, man, I was so sick of dealing with those mobs that spawn. And I got it Unbreaking 3, Sweeping Edge 3, and a Phase of Arthropods 4. Like, what the hell is that? Why haven't they removed that enchantment? I then grabbed my Diamond Pickaxe, and I got a Fortune 3, Efficiency 4, Unbreaking 3. I then spent day 71 just killing all the iron golems around my island because I was low on iron and I needed my iron. My third enchantment will be trying to get a god bow, and this took me a really long time because I had to go back, get some XP, enchant, I got a crafting enchantment, go back again, and it was just a long process. But I knew it would be all worth it once I get my god bow. I then decided to enchant a trident that I had, and I got loyalty 3. And I was so excited to have this. I felt like Captain America. It was so cool. And I'm just a big brain, so I threw the trident into the void. Yeah. Not my smartest move during my years of living. Well, I had a nice trident for about 3 seconds on my life.
Reload.
I then grabbed my second trident and I got loyalty 3 again, so I was really excited. Grinding for some XP, I enchanted it and I got loyalty 3, channeling, and impaling 4. Maybe it was good that I lost my first trident, and I definitely wasn't gonna make the same mistake. No, I'm just kidding.
All parts for Neil, Zombie Infinity Warfare.
So what's going on, guys? My name's Mr. Dalek JD, and in in this video, I'm
Because
going
they're not
to
in
teach
the
you how to fully
spawns that I
upgrade
know,
Neil the
so-
robot. This is a necessary requirement in order to get the ultimate achievement in Infinite Warfare Zombies, which is to complete the sticker pack. Now, I won't reveal any spoilers on what Neil the robot finally gets in the end, but I will be teaching you how to upgrade him, and everything you need to know will also be in the description as well as verbally mentioned in this video. I have a ton of Infinite Warfare Zombies videos out today and already available in a big playlist which will be linked down below in the description, so if you need any help on anything else in Zombies in Spaceland, you'll find it there. But anyway, to start off this, all you need to do is make sure you've powered on the spawn room and you've opened up so you're in the cosmic way. You'll notice this robot area here where the robot has no head. You're going to find this robot head all the way to the back near Polar Peak. You want to grab that part, place it on Neil, and he'll start giving you some challenges. Now these are pretty easy challenges, nothing too crazy, and they always randomise throughout every. Some simple stuff such as meleeing a certain amount of zombies or getting multi-kills, as well as shooting zombies from a distance, but you'll see on the top left that you'll have this challenge and there's a timer ticking down, and every time you complete the challenge the little progress bar will keep going up and up and up. Now if you feel like you don't have enough time to complete a challenge, you can go up to Neil and you can pause him, and then you can wait until another round until you've got what you need in order to complete the challenge and you can resume it. Now once you've done all the challenges, you'll see the little icon in the top left will disappear. And if you go up to Neil the robot, you can initiate the night protocol, where Neil will launch up into the sky and he'll return with David Hasselhoff in his arms. That's right, you can... So think of it as like a civil battle, because once David Hasselhoff disappears, Neil will fly up into the sky and return again, and he'll say that he needs an auxiliary battery in order to continue. Now you're going to make your way into the Kepler system, and there's going to be 3 locations where this battery can spawn. In this video you're only going to see 2, but I will have all the locations written in the description. So this first part that I found was directly in front of this crazy chromosphere trap. You see it here on this little table. It's a battery, it's very clear to see. It says hold square to pick up part. And the second game where I found this battery was on a bench right near the DJ deck location. You can see it there as well. Pick up that battery, Neil, and he will give you more challenges to complete, only this time they will be a little bit harder, and that's going to be a common theme here, so the challenges are going to get a little bit harder every time. Now once you've completed all those challenges, again go up to Neil, initiate the night protocol, and David Hasselhoff will return again with the Knight Rider music playing, and he'll kill more zombies again. You're going to have to wait until Hasselhoff is finished doing his business and Neil sends him back up, and this is where we get to the final bit of getting all of the parts for Neil. Now this final part, Neil needs his operating system rebooted, and in order to do that you're going to need to open up to the underground section of the map, and you're going to be looking for a floppy disk. This is always going to be on the edge of a table. There's 2 locations again that you'll see in this video, but I have the 3rd location written down below if you still can't find it, but it's easy to spot. It's a little floppy disk, and when you go up to it, it will say hold square to pick up part. Pick up that floppy disk, return it to Neil, give him a little bit of time, and he'll have even more challenges for you to complete. Now these challenges are going to be the hardest set of challenges that we've done so far. They're really obscure ones, such as shooting off the arms of zombies, shooting only crawling zombies, that stuff like that. As long as you have good weaponry and you're making sure you and your team are focused on getting these challenges done,
come get me then!
There's no trouble at all completing it. Now once you have done all of the challenges, go up to Neil, and again he'll initiate the night protocol and bring David Hasselhoff back into the map. After a few minutes he will disappear.
I'm leaving.
And you'll no longer have to build.
Don't think you're doing the Easter egg. I'm leaving.
Now here is the twist. From here on now you can spend 5,000 points at Neil to bring David Hasselhoff back into the map to help you kill zombies. Now in all honesty, I don't think this is a great Easter egg reward. It's like you get given this for free earlier in the rounds, and then it gets to a point where you now have to pay 5,000 points in order to bring David Hasselhoff back. Maybe there's some sort of Easter egg tied in where once you have him at this state, you need to take him somewhere, and hopefully he has more abilities than just killing zombies but also reviving. I'm honestly not too sure on that, but either way you need this done if you want to try and get the completed sticker pack achievement, which will involve doing a ton of Easter egg items and quests, and you'll be able to find videos on all of those items, including some epic wonder weapons, on the channel, which will be linked in the playlist link down below. But if you enjoyed this video, be sure to drop that like rating, I'd really appreciate it, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any future Infinite Warfare Zombies. I've got so many videos to help you guys out, so be sure to check those out. But thank you, and I'll catch you soon.
You're a superhero, though. You probably do awesome stuff like this all the time. No, not exactly like this. You put that in a car chase? I fly. Welcome everyone! We are playing Call of Duty Infinite Warfare Zombies, baby! That is right. This is actually my very first full live playthrough of Zombies in Infinite Warfare. I was lucky enough to play the game early at Call of Duty XP this year, and it is very, very fun. I had more fun on this than I did in multiplayer when I first played it. Honestly, it is great. What's our melee weapon, by the way? A slap. Oh man, why have we got the slap? It's all good. The first power is going to be in here, and we are going to be trying to unlock the whole map that you guys can see right here. We're starting at the bottom, we're going to work our way around and try to have as much fun and find out as much new stuff as possible, because if you click this video, you probably want to see as many of the new things as possible. We've got a few starting weapons here. I have turned on the power, so I'm going to head over, and over here you can see I can buy myself self-revive, just in case things go bad, you know what I mean? I mean, I hope we won't, but you always want it in your back pocket, just in case. So, we're going to be exploring all the way around. Let's just get rid of these first guys, shall we? Just get out of here, slap down.
Tylko wstygnie ci na łoże, dobra?
You can get a dark guided tour.
Idę się wykąpać, okej?
So it's honestly quite annoying.
Tak?
We are going to work our way off to the left first into the journey to Spaceland and just work our way around. So, let's get out of here and get out of this first area. We don't need to be here for any much longer, do we? As you can see, it's like a zombies 80s themed play area, play park. It is cool. There's a lot of fun things that probably take you by surprise, even though I have played one before, to be honest. And I just miss playing a lot of zombies. I didn't have as much time as I wanted to play zombies in Black Ops 3. And I know that now that the Black Ops Zombies is over, people are very upset. And you want to know if this can carry on. You know, to carry on the zombies series. Oh wow, oh you need to sit down. And be just as good as straight up zombies. Is stick with the pistol a good idea? Maybe not. We'll stick with it for a little bit longer. We'll grind out those points, baby. You know what I mean? We'll grind out the points. I need that music to stop playing right now, please. Oh wow, okay. Okay guys, I see, you're feisty. I see you over there. Who are you going to talk to right now? I'm getting out of here. We're getting out of this starting.
24-hour video where we play a game for 24 hours straight, no break. Today we're playing Subnautica, which is an underwater survival game that is also known as a horror game. If you've never heard of Subnautica or you're an expert at the game, this will be my first playthrough of the game, so it will be an experience for all of us. I nearly finished it as well, but before the video starts, these videos take a long time to record and edit, so if you can do me a favor and just smash that like button and make sure you're subscribed if you're new. And if you want to join the community, make sure you join our Minecraft server at socks.gg. It's the best. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. This was my first playthrough of Subnautica, and I was suddenly in danger in some sort of escape pod as things were exploding around me. Everything went in emergency mode, and I got smacked by this piece of metal, knocking me out. I woke up to more danger as it looked like my entire escape pod was on fire. Talk about a bad day. There was just a fire extinguisher laying around, so that made things kind of easy. I was a little bit confused, but I assumed this was my life pod, and I crash landed and everything is broken. This tablet was my inventory, and there was also showing the materials and crafting recipes, so it was kind of like Minecraft. Then there's a quick wake-up call that this is no Minecraft at all. When you climb out of your pod, you are presented with a crazy opener with this giant broken ship, and you are surrounded by water. Well, I gotta do it. I gotta jump into the water, and wow, what is that thing? Even after 24 hours, I still don't know what that thing is. I learned pretty quickly that the materials are all surrounded in this ocean, like these little rocks that give out copper. I kept on exploring around the ocean floor, and I found this really about the peeper. It looks so funny. And my
How have I
friend told me to get these metal
got
salvage
the
books,
girl?
This was the most important resource.
Oh, by the way, I'm a Hasselhoff, just to tell you that.
I'm super suspicious about because I watched too many horror movies and I knew if I
What?
back to my base, it would explode into an alien.
Level 52.
Back to my base. Well, I did return back to base, and I learned that this fabricator is basically Subnautica's crafting table, and it has 6 animations. And the poor peepers can be turned into cooked food, which is sad and good because I needed food. But the poor peepers, man. I was also able to turn my metal salvage into titanium to get an upgraded O2 tank that gave me more oxygen. If you haven't noticed already, I only have a limited time underwater before I have to go back up to get air, so I have to quickly scour the ground for resources. I saw this really sparkly material in this cave when I got attacked by this red fish that was scary. Hey! What the? He literally just exploded on me, so we decided to give him a name, the boomer fish, which fits perfectly. I also found these other alien things, and I didn't like that they were in my hand.
Yo, open journey into space. Danny, open journey into space.
So I decided it was just best to go back to base. I used this time to look through all the stuff I could make, like a survival knife or even a repair tool, but my chat suggested that I should make a scanner first. Turns out the scanner is the most important item in the game. You needed to learn about new items and learn about actually everything in Subnautica. First thing I ended up scanning were these purple things that are actually called floaters according to the scanner, but honestly that won't change my mind that these are going to eat my soul at 3 a.m. I waited till day because I wasn't going to do anything during the night, and a lot of people told me to scan myself, which I did. After scanning myself, my vital signs were normal, but this is very important to the plot. I spent the next day just scanning things, starting with this guy called the gasopod, and I did that with everything, including the raw materials, so it's in my database. And as I kept on exploring, I found my first crashed ship part, and this was kind of exciting. I was able to scan all these items on the ground, including this swivel chair, which meant I could craft it back at my base. But on some other things like this grab trap, it looked like I had to find multiple parts of that fragment in order to unlock it. I made sure to grab all the metal salvage as I could on my way back home, and even these yellow balls called creepvine sea clusters, because guess what these make? I mean, first I turned that into silicon rubber, and then that turns into a freaking knife. We got our first weapon, boys. The next thing I wanted to make was the repair tool, because if you haven't noticed, half my escape pod is broken. But in order to make this repair tool, I need a certain material called cave sulfur that is only found behind boomerfish. But I was in luck though, because there was no boomerfish, because they already exploded from my last encounter, so I just was able to grab the cave sulfur. And boom, I was able to make the repair tool. I started fixing up my pod, and it was amazing. All I had to do was left click, and it just makes things fix. Yay, we have power again. Dude, I wish something like this actually existed. I also fixed up this radio, and I got myself a message. It would take them 4,166 days in order for them to rescue me. Since being rescued was out of the question, I decided to make a flashlight because I hate the nighttime so much. I was also getting dehydrated, so I needed to get water soon, and there's 2 different ways, either using bleach or turning fish into water. Both of them sounded completely absurd, but turns out if you grab this bladder fish, you can literally turn it into bottled water for drinking. Ooh, that makes perfect sense. I also noticed that my storage was full, so I was going to have to make something that allowed me to make chests or cabinets or something that allows me to store items. In order to do that, I had to make a tool called the Habitat Builder, which I was lacking the materials to make. I had my flashlight, so I could mine at night, but honestly, I was still so scared. I don't feel safe in here, man. Oh, it's boom, 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 fish. Where is he? Absolutely terrifying. I had a reason to go back to my base though, because it looked like I was getting a radio call, which was interesting. Turns out it was a distress symbol from another life pod that needs help, and I was gonna go save them. And look, they're only 700 meters away. That means I'm not alone on this alien planet. I started swimming in that direction, and I found some interesting fish, like this boomerang fish. That's the coolest thing ever. And I took advantage of these bigger caves, because I still needed materials in order to make that habitat building. I was excited when I was getting towards life pod 3, when I realized, yeah, there's no chance there was any survivors. Oh, they're dead. I did unlock some new things though, like the cruise log and even a compass. On my way home, I encountered another creature, but this guy was definitely on something. It's probably been eating all those alien mushrooms. And voila, back at home, I was able to make myself the habitat builder. I waited for the next day to start building, but I had this weird glitch where these alien birds were just frozen in place. Nonetheless, I started looking through all the options that I could build, and I had so many options. I didn't do any research, so I had no idea what I was doing. It was kind of annoying because I kept on getting attacked by these so-called stalkers, but we're gonna call them Karens. I don't know what I was thinking, but I went for like this 3.
Shut up, you little squeaker.
Before it actually made oxygen in the base, I had to power it. So I had to craft up a couple solar panels, which I had to go get the materials for, but it